What is going on, everybody? I think I forgot to actually toss this bad boy in here. I'm not going to be using my music anymore. Um, if you weren't able to tell that, uh, unfortunately, I keep getting tagged for whatever. I own the rights because it's from an app I use that said I was able to use it. Not sure what that's about. So sorry if you enjoyed that intro music, but we're going to have to find some new stuff. We're going to have to get somebody else to find something awesome to put at the beginning here, get a little something unique. So looking forward to making that happen. But for now, you'll have to deal with me, maybe a little bit of go birds. So yes, that was a brutal game to get through. 48-10, preseason game. And you know that they had their starters playing for a while. So try not to get too upset. But look, a lot of this depth, these guys are supposed to be playing for their, some of them we talked about before the game, their career, So trying to make this team, but maybe, showing off for another team, trying to try out there. I don't know what they could do if they don't make this team. But my point is that they didn't look like they gave a shit, half of them. So it was pretty rough. I'll be honest with you. And, we talked about would the Eagles keep two quarterbacks. I think at this point, I'm going to stick with that. Carson Strong or Reed Sinnett, one of them, I think you could stash on the practice squad. You let them go. Maybe somebody picks them up, but I doubt it. So I didn't really see much there. You have Gardner Minshew as your backup. You hope nothing happens, but you have one of those guys on the practice squad in case anything does. Didn't see much from Kennedy Brooks tonight. That makes me want to say he can make the team. But Jason Huntley, he was one of the guys that I thought, so let's go through this. Let's talk about this post-game show. So I think Carson Strong, that was the biggest question. So that got answered tonight. He or Reed Sinnett. Told you guys I didn't understand the Reed Sinnett hype. I think tonight he was showing why. I didn't. I look, and I hope the kid keeps developing and gets better. He's still a young man, but for now, you could get away with putting him on the practice squad. I think there's a lot of talent here and a lot of question marks that you need to keep players at and find out when they're playing what it's really going to look like with the starters and everything else going on. And, with these guys playing their actual roles, some of these backups on special teams. So going to be intriguing on Monday. I will be dropping my final 53-man projected roster, and we'll see if Howie can make some trades happen. So I'll wait till nighttime, but I'm hoping he can get some deals done. That'll definitely clear up some questions we have here, but we know that Andre Dillard, Jalen Reagor, even Gardner Minshew maybe are on the block, but I wouldn't maybe want to get rid of Gardner Minshew. So it is what it is. You saw John Hightower out there making some catches. I still don't think he makes the team. Deion Kane, he had some drops there at the end of the game, but we talked about him possibly making the team. I don't think he does. You could try to get away with getting him on the practice squad. Maybe someone thinks he's good enough to make their active roster. I could definitely see that. The kid's got talent. He's got some ways to go, though. So I think you could get away with keeping 5, Reagor as the 5th. And, I know a lot of people feel a certain way about that, but if you cut him, it's just 8 million, cost on the cap, 6 million in dead money. You don't want that, man. So I think you give him a chance as the 5th wide receiver. If you keep anyone, I thought it could have been Covey, but I didn't see enough. So I think I might leave him off. I think it might just be 5 wide receivers, but I don't know yet. I haven't, I'm going to rewatch this game. And I just really think that some of these things have definitely changed in my mind, but I didn't see much from, Jalen Reagor either. So if you can find a trade candidate, we talked about this months ago. If you could trade him for Chuck Clark, go ahead and make that happen. So I would love to see him pan out, Jalen Reagor, but maybe he needs a change of scenery, whatever it may be. I just really think that, this top 4 I'm in love with. So I think these top 4 receivers, they got me excited. So we'll see how it plays out, but we'll talk about that Monday. Tight ends, we got to see Calcaterra. So I thought he solidified for me that he could be the tight end 3. I doubt we keep 4 in Togiai, but you never know, man. So we shall see. But yeah, it was crazy to see that these guys, are supposed to be fighting for jobs, their career, as I said at the beginning of the show. So I just, I didn't like it. It sucks to see because, I at least get excited for preseason action because it's like, look, these are the young men that are trying to fight for a job. And tonight, I didn't really say that about many people. Reed Blankenship looked great. Patrick Johnson against their ones looked great. So I thought that there were some people that definitely showed some things, but there were some other people that I was just like, I don't know if Davian Taylor makes this roster. I don't know if there's so many things that I want to see this snap count. I wasn't able to keep track of everybody here. So we're going to see exactly, how I feel Monday when I do the updated and final 53-man roster projection. But feeling much better, my man. Definitely a little clogged up here, but hope you're doing well. Nice to hear from you. Hope you are well, dude. I'm drifting out to sea. I'll be honest with you. I'm a little beat up. That game, it drug on, and it was rough to see. If those guys weren't putting in effort, it's hard for me to put in the effort. Sinet had a bad day. I don't know about a bad day. He's just a bad quarterback, and no offense to him, but I saw the media pushing people toward Reed Sinet, and you guys have heard me the last few weeks, like, let's just pump the brakes there. Think people are getting carried away, not seeing this kid making the team, and I still feel that way, and definitely after tonight. I told you guys on my updated 53 last night, I talked to somebody who works with the NFL players last night and was getting their opinion, and they thought 3 quarterbacks. And I said, look, I'm sticking with 2. I'm sticking with my guns, and that's what I went with last night on the show. So, look, I just feel that Reed Sinet it's not going to happen. Carson Strong, one of them you could try to get away with putting on the practice squad. But this offense, the offensive line, Raven Clark, Coyote Awasika, some guys that maybe you keep, but I feel comfortable. Obviously, we have the best offensive line in the game. Hopefully, they stay healthy. But you've got guys like Jack Driscoll. You've got Cam Jurgens. You've got Sua Opeta. Andre Dillard. We'll see if we trade him. Raven Clark, maybe. Coyote Awasika on the bubble. So many questions to be had. And I'm really excited about this. So really pumped. Lies and stories people told about me. Unbelievable. Block buttons, pretty strong. Pass. Good to have. Yeah, man. Well, people are wild out there, and yeah, I always try to ignore haters. It's wild times. I just got in trouble for my music, so I'm pretty pissed off. Not going to be using that, so gonna have to definitely find a way to get some new intro music. Excited about that. But on the defensive side of the ball, Jordan Davis was not able to play. So, look, people were like, "Oh no, why is he not playing?" And I'm like, "Wait." This guy is our only nose tackle. We know what we got here, baby. You keep developing him. He is a young man, but great things are coming from these multiple scheme defenses. I know people are afraid the depth tonight, the second, third, fourth stringers weren't doing well against their first team, Tyreek Hill. So it's like, well, look, I'll be real with you. I think that, this first team defense is maybe going to have some hiccups. You're going to have to, my man ECG, I was on his show talking about this. You're not just going to come together. Nakobe Dean's not just going to come out and be the linebacker of the future, making plays every damn play. You know what I mean? It's like, that's not what I say when I say the future for this team is very bright. I feel like we're building a contender. I think we could contend this year if things come together. If we gel and things really open up the playbook for the offense with Jalen Hurts, if things go the way I think they could, that's why I say that. So we talked about what I felt last year, and things are going that way. So that's why I say those things. And I think everybody else realizes, like, it's the offense and defense. They've got great starters, but the depth, it's very young, man. A lot of youth. So it's going to take time to develop. So we got to hope everyone stays healthy. It's either here or there, man. Glad you're doing well, my man. You hit 1,000. Yeah, I was just talking about that. Appreciate that, my man. Hit 1,000. Talked about that on the pregame show. Very excited about that. Appreciate everyone's support. Talked about all of you guys earlier. Really can't thank you enough for always sharing, trying to get people to subscribe. You guys are all awesome. Much love to all of you. But very excited about this Eagles team and been able to go on shows with ECG and everybody else this year and just really trying to spread how I feel. And look, I've talked about the depth. You have to stay healthy this year. That's one thing, because the young guys, it's going to be intriguing to see which secondary pieces you get rid of. Linebackers, because there's some guys with some intrigue, but they still need some time for sure. It's rough, man. And with the injuries, it's hard to tell what's going to happen, dude. But I appreciate you tuning in, man, and all your support. Dude, you're always awesome. So I appreciate you, man. Sorry that people are giving you a rough time, dude. I really hate to hear that. And, I, like I said, just got in trouble on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube here for the music. Whoa, but I think it's because I hit 1,000 now. So they're, up in my grill. So that's cool. That's what's up. We'll figure it out. But, people are saddlebaggers sometime. Maybe people are, I don't know, reporting. I don't know, man, but I'm sorry to hear that. Always trying to stay on the timeline. I just saw someone say something about it. You should make a list for like your football stuff. And then people, I'm like, I should have done that a long time ago, because I feel like I never get to see any of the stuff you guys post, because I have every notification on for every effing reporter in the world, just so I can try to keep you guys up to date with everything. But it just makes it pure anarchy. So it's nuts. But I appreciate you, man. I really do. And I've always said the same to you. You ever need help, you let me know, man. So I appreciate that. The Eagles definitely get better. And that's the thing, you got young coaches, second year still for all these young guys. And it's like, it's going to take some time. And luckily you have a game, where you really can work on some things against the Lions, but don't think of it as some kind of pushover. Dude, Dan Campbell has got these guys hungry. This is a new Lions team. I think this is going to be a tough matchup. I can't wait to see how this match goes down. It's in Detroit. So really excited for that game. You should be able to beat them, but hey, it's going to be exciting to see. They don't have Jameson Williams yet. So DeAndre Swift is no joke, though. But past that, Amon Ross, St. Brown, TJ Hawkins, we could go on forever, but you should be able to beat up on that defense. You should be able to do some things, but they're going to be tough. And the Eagles, there's been questions about the toughness because of the practices, but I think this defense with some time, you talk about the multiple schemes, you needed a nose tackle. You got Jordan Davis. You needed a veteran linebacker in Kaiser White, who I know ECG also loves. I got to talk about him on that show. I thought he was the most underrated free agent signing, but the top, Hassan Reddick, I think he fits what Jonathan Gannon's trying to do perfectly. I think Hassan Reddick can struggle at times against some bigger guys. And that's not a knock on Hassan Reddick. I love Hassan Reddick. I'm just saying the way we're going to use him, I feel he is perfect for this hybrid guy. And that's for another day. But regardless, I think he's going to be special. 23 and a half sacks his last 2 years. He has really done some things, and I thought the Panthers used him well. So I think as a Sam linebacker in this defense, and he'll play defensive end in the even fronts, he is going to be what he says, right? A weapon. You can use him all over the place. I love it, man. I saw him refer to himself as a basketball player. You can play 1 to 5. Love it, man. So I think, the games will be tough because the Eagles have a tough schedule, man. And, that week, too, first home game, Vikings. Oh, I cannot wait to see that Monday Night Football, baby. Let's go. It's going to be tough, but there's going to be growing pains. And we talked about that last year, man. It's all exactly all good. And, same here, my man. Nina in the house for the 1,000th anniversary here. Well, I guess it's the 0 year, right? It just happened. I'm drifting out to sea. I told you guys that earlier. Well, the second half, I just definitely relaxed a lot. There was not much going on there, but I appreciate you, Nina. Hope you and the family are doing well. Appreciate all of you tuning in. Thank you for the congrats here. Just trying to build this bad boy. So now with the 1,000, they were sending me stuff and trying to get me to sign stuff and add stuff. And I was like, dude, what is going on here? So maybe we'll figure that stuff out, keep building this thing. But yes, thank you very much. We'll keep going from here. But I appreciate all of you for being a part of that 1,000, that first 1,000. So that's very special. I appreciate all of you. Love Kaiser, definitely, man. Definitely. And I think this dude, is what we talked about, what I talked about here, on the road to victory before this, right when the offseason started, was you got to get a veteran and you got to draft one of these top linebackers. I still don't know how we got Nakobe Dean in the third round. Howie, I'm telling you, he poisoned the well. He went out there and he was talking about, you hear about Nakobe Dean's shoulder? Oh, yeah, my name is Gary Hoseman. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's crazy that he fell to the third, but either way, you have Kaiser to be the veteran to teach him, and it's the perfect scenario. You had to get the upgrade over Steven Nelson. Thought he would walk one to the Texans. You get James Bradbury. Let's go. Now, the safeties people are questioning, but I love Marcus Epps. Anthony Harris brought back as the veteran, and then you have Jaquiski Tartt, who struggled a little bit tonight, and I know that he has only been playing for a couple of weeks, so that scares some people, but Andre Sacheret, he provides that nickel, free safety, and special teams, but struggled a little bit. I think there is a lot of question marks, man. Kayvon Wallace did horrible tonight. I'm not going to lie to you. He looks continuously. Kerry Vincent's not making the team. Mac McCain, a lot of these guys. But Josh Jobe, I think, makes it. Tay Gowan had some struggles. But there's so many questions, man. And I'm going to rewatch some things and look at the snap count and do some things. But, man, this is an exciting team. But let's not just expect us to go steamrolling through everyone, as we've talked about. But I think this team could definitely beat some ass. It's just some growing pains. But that's not to say we're going to lose. But there could be some struggles for sure, man. And something I got to talk about all off season. So appreciate you having me on. Appreciate you helping me out growing this thing. To all of you guys that are sharing and doing whatever, truly appreciate you. And, if you guys can share this on Twitter, the links are from YouTube, because now it's sassing me for a week. But I'll be back, man, in time for the season. I'll have some new music. We'll be rocking and rolling. Son struggles against good offensive line, especially tackles who strive well against 6 and 7 technical linemen. Well, that's why we talk about, I think that where he's going to be used here. And I think you're going to be very excited as Eagles fans. You are not an Eagles fan, but I think Jonathan Gannon's going to have to find ways to utilize him. And he definitely has had his struggles, but 23 and a half sacks goes to show you that this dude is a dominant force. But as I just mentioned, definitely has some struggles. But I think as a Sam linebacker, we talk about how he began as a middle linebacker. So he's got that skill set. Don't want to see him at middle linebacker. Everybody, when we signed him, talked about, oh, we're good at middle linebacker now. And it was like, ho, ho, ho. This dude is not playing that. Talked about taking over. What an upgrade he is from Jannard Avery. And you've got Patrick Johnson looking great today. And then you've got Kyron Johnson, who didn't show too much to me. So I think Patrick might beat him out. You might be able to get away with Kyron Johnson on the practice squad. So we'll see what my 53-man roster projection looks like. But it's going to be fun because I'm definitely changing a lot. Reed Blankenship looked great tonight. So he really makes me want to put him on this 53. I think that there's just a lot of question marks, and I thought I felt better about some of this depth, and I still do feel good about some of these guys not being starters. That's what I feel good about. But, if you were to need them, or if there were an injury, or some of these guys that I thought should be developed by now, it's like, what the So if you're hoping some guys have some trade value, you're hoping Kayvon Wallace for a 6th or 7th, you're hoping Jalen Reagor for some, anything, ham sandwich. Sorry, dude. But Andre Dillard, you could get something there, hopefully, not to the Cowboys. So I'm not helping, the division rival. I'm not doing that. Sorry. But there are teams that are going to be needy for things. And I don't feel comfortable trading Gardner Minshew because of Reed Sinnett and Carson Strong. I just don't feel as strongly as others about that. And I think they're definitely going to change their tune here pretty directly. But we're talking all about this on Monday. I hope you guys will tune in. What do you think? Who do you think gets cut? Go check out my video from last night. Would love to see your comments later and hear all about it. Went through, talked about who I think, but I'm going to be changing my tune. So I will be back on Monday, and we'll be talking about who I have making this roster and who I think is going. So I'll be here with my final 53-man roster. And some of you guys asked for a practice squad. So I'm going to bring that with my final 53-man roster projection. I'm going to give you a 16-man practice squad as well. So I'm looking forward to that. But let me know how you felt about this game, who you, maybe you felt strongly about, maybe you don't like anymore, maybe you like a little bit better, whatever is going through your mind. You have some questions, whatever it is, you can leave it down below. But if you enjoyed this content, go ahead, do me a favor, hit that like button. You can subscribe to the channel, be a part of this next 1,000 that's coming. And I truly appreciate all of you that have been a part and have helped, share and like and do whatever the hell you're doing to help this algorithm that I try to be a part of. I don't know. I do. But you guys are awesome. I truly can't thank you enough. I love the hell out of all of you. But I'm going to get rolling out. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. I want to spend some damn time with the family here. So I hope you guys are doing well. And look, man, I appreciate you. I wasn't trying to cut you off, but I do got to get going out here. I was trying to make it a 15-minute. Went a little over here. But look, I'll be back on Monday. I got some stuff to do tomorrow. But then and take some time off. I'll be back, and we're going to be killing it, dude, for a week getting ready for the Detroit Lions. I'm going to be doing all the stuff we did last week, maybe with some new stuff. I'm really excited about it. We're going to be breaking it down. We're still doing the behind the enemy lines, checking out the roster of the team we're facing, everything we need to know about them. And then throughout the week, obviously we don't have any stats to go off of this year, so can't do that for week 1. But I'll come up with some stuff. We'll get excited for this damn game. I know you guys are already excited. It's so close, man. 2 weeks away. I'm ready to run through a damn wall. So let's go. I appreciate you checking that out, my man. No, it's just the Lions. Just get some. That's literally what I just said, my man. So I appreciate you tuning in. That's what I was just going over. Do me a favor. You can check this video out. Go back. Let me know your thoughts on it. Salute to you as well. You ever need anything, let me know, man. And definitely feeling much better, dude. I appreciate you. And I always got your back, too. And look, all of you guys, I always say that every single night. You guys ever need a friend? You ever need anybody? I'm always here for you. And, some of you guys, we're real close, and I appreciate building that family with you, and I always say that. I don't know any more than anybody else, but yes, correct. We all know that. But it's 3rd and 4th stringers. We're not worried about it. Now, I really think that there are things we, sometimes don't feel comfortable about talking with others. So I just always try to say it, not trying to preach, but here for you guys. If you ever need anybody, as you are here for me. So I appreciate you guys. Cowboys suck. We all know that. And have yourself a great weekend, a safe weekend. Stay safe, dude. Just a couple more without football. We're back, baby. And we're almost back at the link. Yes, I cannot wait, dude. I cannot wait. I truly can't. But if you guys need anything, please feel free to reach out. But I'm Jimmy Smith, and this has been All on the Road to Victory. Do me a favor, hit that like button. Help me get to that next 1,000. Let's go. I know this was a tough game to get through, ladies and gentlemen, but let's be excited about the future of this team. A lot of great young pieces. The starters are going to do a lot better than what these backups were doing against their starters. So try not to let the media get you too sassed up. They're going to be riding on the high horse. I knew this team was going to suck. And it's like, dude, settle down there, saddlebags. But let's get ready for an exciting season. As I said, I'm going to be coming up with some stuff. Get ready, baby. It's almost here. Let's go. Hope you're ready. Man, people post when you're staying on Twitter. Wild times, man. Welcome to the club. But I hope you guys are all having a great weekend so far. Again, stay safe out there. If you need me, reach out. But yeah, this is Jimmy Smith on the road to victory. And as always, go Birds! I completely forgot I was not supposed to be using that music. I apologize. Hopefully it wasn't too long to where they're going to saddlebag me. Son of yeah, but anyways, have yourselves a great night and go Birds.